Hello everyone, my name is Elena and today I'm doing my Teach 1 on bivariant analysis. I will be going through two questions. So this is the first question. Here the question is, what is the probability of being hospitalized when you are more than 65 years old? So hospitalized and 65 years old or older. So this is the data set that we have. Here the data set has number of cases, it has categorical values for hospitalized, yes or no, gender, male or female, age is if above 65 or below 65, insured, yes or no, and then finally the count of patients. And so this table is just a smaller version of the bigger data set. So I used the filter in Excel. I turned on the filter for hospitalized. I changed it into only yes. And then for the age, I turned it for above 65. And then I ended up with this table, the smaller table down there. And here, so since we're calculating the probability of being hospitalized when 65 years or older, we need the count of patients who were 65 years and hospitalized. It is 40, and then the total count of patients who were 65 years old or years and older. So it was 120. So the probability was calculated simply by dividing 40 over 120. So the same question, I will be doing it in SQL as well. So in the first part here, I'm calculating the patients who are 65 years and older and hospitalized. I simply use the function where, and hospitalized was yes, and age it was to 65. And then I inserted all the values from this to a table called A. And for the second part, I calculated the patients who were 65 years and older simply by the where function above 65. And then I inserted all of these values into the table B. So here I'm merging the table A and B into a table called final table, and this is what the table looks like. It will have old and hospitalized one column, and another column will be patients older than 65. And the last step was just simply calculating the probability, so just dividing old and hospitalized divided by patient who are older than 65, and then I just rounded the number to 2, and the value came out to be 0.33. So this is the next question. So we're calculating the prior odds for hospitalization before any other information is available. So this is the same data set that we used in the previous question. So I just turned the filter on for hospitalization equals to yes. So this is what the table will look like. So we're calculating the prior odds here. So for that we need total number of hospitalized patients by counting all that numbers, so that equals to 100, and then count of all the patients, hospitalized or not hospitalized, so the total number of patients, which is 300. And the probability of hospitalization is simply dividing 100 over 300, which was 0.33, and the formula for prior odds is given here as well. So it is probability of hospitalization over 1 minus the probability, which is calculated to be 0.5. So I'm doing the same question in SQL. So for the first part, I'm calculating the total number of hospitalized patients by turning by using the where function, hospitalized equals to yes, and it came out to be 100 patients. And I moved all the contents from this table from here to table called A7, and here I am calculating uh, the number of all patients. So I used the function sum and I counted all the patients here, which came out to be 300. And this is the other screenshot from my SQL. So I combined table A7 and B7 into a final table called final table 7, and final table 7 looks like this. It has count of hospitalized plus count of all patients. And this is the last step for calculating the prior odds. So it is just dividing the probability by 1 minus the probability, and the answer came out to be 0.5. So that's it. Thank you for watching.